That's right, folks. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, something people have wanted for 25 years. They have wanted Vegeta to do Super Saiyan 3. We saw it in various video games throughout the years, and Dokkan Battle, of course, has it, and several games. I mean, tons of games have Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, but never in an anime form. And now, with the Dragon Ball Heroes promo anime, which is, of course, tied to a video game, we do finally see Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. And he does it for literally like seconds against Dr. W. And that's it. I mean, outside of maybe the most, I guess the most poignant hardcore Vegeta fans out there, the people who live and breathe and die by Vegeta, who could possibly care? Seriously, first of all, it's Heroes. That's the first thing. And I've gone over this every month about how it's a promo anime. It doesn't matter. It's done to promote Heroes cards in Japan. You can't take it seriously because it's not serious. It's actually kind of a joke. But the fact that they gave people Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta this late in the game, when in the other forms of Dragon Ball like Super and the manga and the anime version, Vegeta's far and away surpassed Super Saiyan 3. God, Blue Evolution, whatever. This form does not and should not matter when it comes to achievement by Vegeta. It just should not matter anymore. And they gave it to us in Heroes, probably because they want to promote the card and because they want to give Vegeta fans something very artificial. It just feels very artificial. It feels very, like, unearned. Just, oh, here's Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta for, like, 2 seconds. And I don't know how many people are going to make videos hyping this up and being all excited, but I just don't understand how anybody could actually care. I mean, I just don't. It was just so poorly executed, just so worthless. It was throwaway. It was treated like it was throwaway in the series. There was no big fanfare, no hype, no cool music. He does it. He attacks Dr. W, and that's it. It's, I just, yeah. But it's probably the biggest story to come out of this episode. You know, this is, of course, Super Dragon Ball Heroes Big Bang Mission Episode 4. And, of course, you know, we have Goku, the, I don't want to say the main timeline Goku, but the Dragon Ball Super version of Goku, I guess you can say, going after, you know, we have that storyline continuing, going after, you know, Few and that whole thing, but the subplot here, the side plot, the secondary plot is Xeno, Goku, and Xeno Vegeta going after Dr. W. Well, not going after, but they run into Dr. W. I covered some of this in the previous review that I did for episode 3. I did want to say that when Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta comes in to attack Dr. W, they do this thing where they show like his like scouter over his eye, his scanner, and it looks like it looks like the board of the Dokkan games, like the actual board of the Dokkan games. Like, I don't know if that was done on purpose. It probably was to mimic the games, but it's just so obvious now of what this is, in case you didn't think it was obvious. I just wonder what future generations are going to think about this. Like, people like years down the road who have no context to what Heroes is, they're going to look at this and wonder what this is. They're going to think that's is this a sequel to Super? Like, they're not going to know, and it's kind of, I feel bad about that, because I wish they did know, you know, and learn that it didn't matter and that it doesn't matter. So I kind of over-exaggerated when I said it was only for a few seconds. I mean, the whole episode's like 8 minutes long. It's for a couple of minutes. I mean, it's for this, you know, for this fight. You know, Vegeta and Goku, Xeno Goku and Xeno Vegeta, you know, Time Patrol Goku and Vegeta, excuse me. They turn SS3 and they're firing all these blasts at Dr. W. And he has this cool thing where he's able to, like, detect them coming and, like, whisk them away. And again, these are, like, concepts that would have been cool to see in an anime maybe, like, you know, 20 years ago. Maybe not so much now. I mean, it's still a decent idea. It's just kind of late, don't you think? Dr. W tries to slice Vegeta with his little, like, purple sword thing, and Vegeta's able to deflect that. And then he also has an eye beam, like a Cyclops type of eye beam that comes out of his little scouter thing. So, you know, a character with some pretty interesting moves, but nothing really revolutionary, I would say. Especially not for the stuff that we've seen in recent times. Like, you know, Moro, for example, has abilities that are way more interesting than what Dr. W has. But, you know, a decent design, I would say, for the character. You know, the mad scientist that actually has powers. It's kind of a cool idea, kind of a cool look, I would say. Not the best, but interesting enough, you know. But that's about where it ends with this character as far as how much I care. Now, what ends up happening is Goku and Vegeta, after using 3, upgrade to Super Saiyan 4. And, of course, Dr. W refers to it. He sees it, Super Saiyan 4. So, you know, for those of you who might not know, and I hope that you would know by now, but some of y'all might be new here. I've done videos in my Dragon Ball Heroes playlist explaining this, but Xeno, Goku, and Xeno Vegeta are from this alternate GT timeline. It's not the main GT timeline from the anime. It's like an alternate one where they become time patrollers, and so this version of Goku and Vegeta never really trained with Whis and Barris. There was no rituals done, so they never got the god forms, the traditional god forms in this version, but they have like the GT powers, SS4 and whatnot. So Vegeta and Goku both use like the Kamehameha and the Gallic Gun respectively on Dr. W, but it's not enough. Of course, that's not going to be enough to beat him. So he's pretty powerful, I would say, to be able to survive that. But again, in Heroes, power scaling doesn't make any sense anyways. But he can, because he's a new character, so we can assume that he is powerful enough to handle that here, and that's not too crazy. And he just, like, laughs at them uproariously. He's just laughing at them, like, and that's pretty much where that part of the story ends. Like, he just laughs. So that's, I guess, to be continued in the next episode. The episode then cuts to what's going on with Few and like the whole thing with the evil bird, and we have Goku and Vegeta in blue, the super versions of them, still fighting Bojack and Turles. So that continues from what happened last episode. And then we actually have something happen. Something actually happens here, believe it or not, and that is that Few, he uses a technique to kind of freeze Goku and Vegeta in place, and then he does this sort of like key lasso thing and wraps it around Toki and kind of throws them through a portal. So Toki has now been captured, and that's going to obviously be a bad thing because that's what they wanted, is to capture Toki because this is a very important character as far as what Few's goals are. And actually, let me correct myself. It's not really Few that does the technique. It's actually Dogi, the evil bird, that does it. It's not Few himself doing it. He orders the bird to kind of do this move where Vegeta and Goku are frozen. That, of course, gives Few the opportunity to take Toki. So when this happens, Few disappears. He creates a portal and just vanishes away, and then Turles and Bojack follow him. They call him a bastard, and then they leave. So the villains all kind of run away and like warp away. But now there's a problem because Toki's been captured, and Trunks, Xeno Trunks, of course, and Pan, Xeno Pan, are just like, okay, well, damn, now what do we do? We're kind of stuck here, because the bad guy technically won, and we don't know where it's going to go right now, as far as right now in this moment, but the bad guy has won. Obviously, like I'm saying, he won for now. Now, what happens after is actually kind of interesting, but I just can't find myself to care because it's Heroes, man. It's always a letdown. But Dr. W, right? So after doing his analysis of Goku and Vegeta Xeno, he does this analysis and he kind of figures out that, he figures something out. They have this shot of him like, they cut to the super stuff with Few, and then they cut back and he escapes. He also escapes. He runs away into this kind of weird like cave thing. It's kind of a cool visual. I'm not going to lie. The visuals are pretty cool. Kind of some creative backdrops, and the aesthetics all look pretty interesting. And then he goes to this like jail cell, and it says, the data is now yours, Janemba. So Janemba is coming to Dragon Ball Heroes. Now again, I really want to get excited for this. Janemba is my favorite Dragon Ball Z movie villain out of the original 13 movies. He is my favorite one. I want to get so hyped up for this. I want to care, but because of Heroes' checkered past, I can't find myself caring. That being said, this episode was not that bad. We actually got some action in the first half. The Super Saiyan 3 stuff was kind of treated like an afterthought. Honestly, it wasn't really hyped up at all, but I guess they're supposed to kind of assume that you know about it already from the video games, Vegeta being able to do it, right? So that's like, whatever, it's a formality. The Janemba stuff is intriguing, and the fact that Few won and now has Toki is an interesting cliffhanger. Like, I am interested in where they go, but I just know in the back of my head that they're going to screw it up because Heroes never has any momentum. But with that being said, though, I am looking forward to seeing what they do with Janemba. They didn't actually show, like, what this Janemba looks like. They didn't actually show like what his plan is. The next episode is called Big Decisive Battle in Hell, The New Janemba. So Janemba is coming without question, and we'll see what happens. I mean, Janemba versus Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, if they do that, right? Because we have two Super Saiyan 4s in Xeno Goku and Xeno Vegeta against Janemba Xeno. That could be pretty cool. But again, I just don't trust it to be good because we've been screwed too many times by heroes. But that being said, we'll see. I'll keep watching it because it's Dragon Ball and you guys click the videos and you guys always leave comments. And if it sucks, we'll trash together. And if it's good, we'll enjoy it together. And if you disagree, that's okay. That's fine. It's heroes. There's not enough. It's not really a hill that I want to die on. That being said, thanks for watching my review. Let me know in the comments what you think about this episode, and we'll talk soon.